she say she want hood nigga. I keep the perk by the pound. The trunk stay bumped and y'all know we run the town. Hood nigga. And I keep a bad bitch around. Thick bitch, long hair, yellow, white, red, brown. Hood nigga. And my Chevy sitting on 24s. Flats look like flapjack. Pancake, you ain't no hood nigga. I'ma play the game how it go. They can take me out the hood, but I'ma keep it hood, folks. I'm on that good and alcohol. I got some down bitches I can't call. What's that? I don't know what I would do without y'all. I'ma fall till the day I fall. Yeah, long as my bitches love me. Yeah. I can give a darn about no hate long as my bitches love me. I can give a darn about no hate long as these bitches love me. I can give a darn about no hate long as these bitches love me. I'm on that. Let me tell you about this country shit. Country shit. Let me tell you about this country shit. Country shit. Let me tell you about this country shit. Country shit. Let me tell you about this country shit. Country shit. Country shit. Let me tell you about this super fly, dirt coast, muddy water. Shorty, pop that pussy if you wanna. Let me tell you about this old school pouring lean, candy yams and collard greens, pocket full of stones, riding clean.
Well, I'm just one parlay away from a new house, new car. I'm just one parlay away. Trust I'ma take us far. I'm just one parlay away. One parlay away. One parlay away. Oh, I took the Chiefs on over, took my homes on yards. Everything is going good so far. Lakers beating the Knicks. Spread is only 6. 2 minutes left in the game, baby. I'm about to hit. Ow!
I need out, yeah, I need out. Blood pressure higher than a body count. Tomorrow she has to go. She's a mama. I think I married a hoe. Married a hoe. I said, mama, I think I married a hoe. I made a mistake, mama. No, oh no. I want you. A man can't do nothing for you. All these hoes ain't loyal. All these hoes ain't loyal. These hoes ain't loyal. These hoes ain't loyal. 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 These hoes ain't loyal. When a rich brother wants you and your man can't do nothing for you. All these hoes ain't loyal. Ain't loyal. Whoa, these hoes ain't loyal. Yeah, these hoes ain't loyal. Yeah, these hoes ain't loyal. 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 These hoes ain't loyal.
Welcome back, y'all, to another episode of the JVJ Network. And I am your host. Let's talk with JVJ. Before we even get into it, I need to get my oldest going. Matter of fact, we ain't even doing oldest. We doing Crim tonight. Gonna get that Crim in here, y'all. Hell yeah, because it's gonna be somber. It's gonna be a little somber. But when y'all make y'all way in, as usual, man, make sure y'all hit that like, subscribe, share, turn the notifications on, and make sure you click all on the notifications so you know every time we dropping over here. We definitely need to get the network popping, man. That's like kind of like the mission for the end of the year. So we up in here, we trying to get it. We got Crystal in the building. Crystal, I just really actually read your name. Crystal is cool. That's what's up. Say, AJ, how you doing? Trying to hold in the road. Your name just fucking me up real quick. Like, yeah, we're gonna talk about something, man. Look, I saw something the other day that I didn't get to cover last night because I ain't want the show to run too damn long. I ain't trying to do like 6-hour, 5-hour live streams. I ain't really trying to do that. That fucked my next day up. But either way though, I saw something throughout the week. Actually saw it yesterday. And there was a conversation between two individuals, one person being Tucker Carlson. If y'all don't know who he was, he used to be a host on Fox News, cost him a lot of money, he got fired. And then also Nick Fuentes, Hispanic white guy, that is, well, both of these guys are on the right-hand side of when it comes to political things. They had a conversation. But before I even show them, I'm going to show something else because it's going to set the stage for what we're going to see in this video pertaining to those two individuals. I'm just going to go ahead and get into it. Shout out to the amazing Lucas again for this one because I'm going to let him rant so I don't have to. And I'm going to let it play all the way through without stopping it, hopefully. And y'all know I be saying that shit. Sometimes I don't really be doing that shit. I'm going to try to let this one play all the way through just so he can get it off and just set the preference for what the hell we're about to see in this one-on-one interview between Nick Fuentes and Tucker Carlson. So, but before we even get into it, man, as usual, get your cigarettes, get your weed, whatever you need, because we about to get it popping. So without further ado, let's go ahead and get into this first one and see what we got, man.
They are cooked.
And I agree, Crystal. Yes, they are.
My goodness.
They both are.
So, y'all know how I try to warn black people of the conditioning that we have here in this country. When it comes to, post-traumatic slave syndrome, a great book, recommended, link below. I let people understand that, hey, there's a certain conditioning that many of us have due to generational trauma. And, anytime y'all try to bring some nonsense my way, something that's absolutely trite, I hit y'all with the Spider-Man 2 quote.
There are bigger things happening here than me and you.
There are a group of people that I think many of us are unaware that are even more heavily conditioned than we are. And those group of people are going to be white people. Now, not all white people, mind you. As I've said before, there's a hierarchy when it comes to the ignorance, right? You have the elites, then you have the propagandists, then you have the rest of society. So the best way to understand between the elite white ignorant and then the propagandist white ignorant is that the elite don't have podcasts.
Damn.
They don't have podcasts. They own the podcast, right? So a Tucker Carlson would be a propagandist, a white ignorant propagandist. Now, a Rupert Murdoch would be an elite. So when you have a Tucker Carlson, their job is to then propagandize the rest of society. And this goes back into the LBJ quote. This is a quote that I always bring up because it's always relevant. It is the reason why.
And y'all need to actually read that, man. Like, for real. He shows that a lot. And regardless of what people want to believe, the motherfucker actually did say that shit. And it actually has been proven to be true. He prostified. He was a racist ass motherfucker. He was an evil ass individual. And I bet he burning right now. But his quote stands the test of time. If you can convince the lowest white man he's better than the best colored man, aka black, he won't notice you're picking his pocket. Hell, give him somebody to look down on, he'll empty his pockets for you. They always like to talk about the other quote that Lyndon B. Johnson made about black people, but they always skip over this one. I think that's standing the test of time right there. But, neither here nor there.
This country is in the predicament that it is in today. Now, let's do a little recap, just so we understand. These people voted for Donald Trump, right? And one of the main reasons was that, hey, we got to get these brown people out of here. We got to get these illegals out of here. Get them out of here. What has that led to? we now have farmers who are in a crisis right now. They're like, hey, Trump, we need some help.
And I've never been as worried as I am now about whether or not my kids and grandkids will be able to carry on.
All this time they were praising and laughing and giggling about Latinos getting deported and the families being removed. All this. Now in the meantime, between time, they don't have workers for their fields.
Mr. Trump, you looked at me, sir, and you said, "I love you." Mr. Trump, I need to see the fruit of love.
A shortage of farm workers is forcing many farms to automate or liquidate.
They don't have workers for the fields. You couple that with the tariff situation. Now we have inflation. Now they're crying. They're like, yo, we need help. That's what we need. We need help. We didn't expect all this.
King says Colorado's loss of farms is Mexico's gain. Onions, one example. He says Colorado used to have 30,000 acres of onions. It now has 3,000.
What does that lead to? Now that leads to higher prices in the grocery stores. And what did they say? What did they tell white people? I don't mind paying higher prices as long as it's in America. This is the conditioning, right? The propagandists, the elites. Because in all this and everything that's happening, the only people who win from all this division, is the elites. The propagandists win to an extent because there is going to be some impact on them, but they give the propaganda to the rest of the idiots out there, the rest of the ignorance.
But Brondo's got what plants crave.
It's got electrolytes.
And I told you I was going to try not to pause the video, but I want y'all to truly understand the concept of what he's really getting at. The people at the top, these white guys and some women at the top who can really run this country and dictate where we move and what happens in society. These people got together and came up with a scheme to convince their white counterparts, well, not counterparts, but white brethren that are lower than them, the poor ones, they call them traitor trash and all that, white trash and all that. They got names for these people. Hillbillies, rednecks, all that. They call their own people these things. But they got together and they figured out a way to convince them that, doing for others is a detriment to you. But these dummies don't even understand that they're in a worse position than the other people, and you would benefit from the other people getting it because you would also get it because, we can't discriminate in America, stop something that your ancestors were doing. But they're so stupid to think that another group of people are getting something that they align with the rich, powerful people to stop them from getting it when they would have got it too. And the only people that benefited from it is the rich people at the top. I have a coworker that's like that. He's so fucking stupid and so much. I really my last day there, I'm telling him how stupid he is and how much hate he really has in his heart and needs to really talk to somebody before his life ends, because it's gonna be a problem when you get to the pearly gates. But I'm like, dude, you have this evil inside of you that you have for other people is really hurting you. When they don't let other groups of people get things, guess what, bitch? They can't just give it to them without giving it to you too. And you might be in a position where you need that, but you want to stop them from getting it because you feel like they're getting something that you're not getting, which is kind of fucked up because you need to understand how your own systems work that y'all set up. Good job with the people at the top dumbing y'all down. You kind of you're cutting off your nose to spite your own face. And it's so many of them around, man. It's so many of them around. I see it every day, man. I see it every day. Just on basic topics like healthcare. I don't want to be paying for other people. Bitch, you pay for wars in other countries. You're paying for all these boats off of Venezuela to get bombed out with no evidence of them trafficking drugs. But, trust the dear leader, right? You pay for that war in Afghanistan even though you didn't agree with it. You pay for all these PSYOP fucking missions that get ran all over the world. You pay for all that. But for somebody in your own country that is a citizen just like you to get help, you're against it. It shows you the mindset. You're perfectly fine with raging hell and killing and raging turmoil in other countries against other people. You're perfectly fine with that. Take my tax dollars, do it. If it comes to helping somebody, even if they're fellow Americans, hell to the no. We ain't for it. Unless it's Israel, then we're all for it. They're all thumbs up on that shit. It shows you a sickness in their mind, man. Stupid individuals, man. We got a lot of smooth brain individuals, but I'm letting them keep going. I said I wasn't gonna stop it, but I stopped it. Yeah, I knew I was gonna stop it. I'm sorry, y'all.
Now where does that lead us? That leads us to Doge. Doge was just firing people left and right. Just nonchalantly just destroying people's lives. Majority of those jobs were white people.
I was a MAGA junkie.
Oh, look, and I can even vouch for this. Some of my coworkers, they was all for it. Hell yeah, get rid of that fraud and abuse. Didn't show no evidence of no fraud and no abuse. All you saw was veterans and white folks getting fired, and they was happy about it. Because once they heard that a lot of black women got fired, they was definitely happy about it. But look up, they make up more of the federal government than we do. So yeah, you happy that a couple thousand, 100,000 maybe, black women got fired? How many of y'all lost jobs? And you're about to hear from one right now.
A MAGA junkie who thought her government job would be safe with Donald Trump in office. She was wrong.
I cried. It's scary, you know, it's a really scary thing. And I was embarrassed.
They have managed to destroy the country due to their bigotry and racism. And it's hurting them. But because they're like, well, I'm white, you know, they believe that insulates them from everything that's happening. They can be poor, but they believe, well, because I'm white and poor, it's not the same thing as being black and poor.
Are you retarded?
This is why I say when it comes to these people, bruh, you can't help but laugh in certain cases, because you have them talking about per capita. What is currently going on right now? Government shutdown. Government shutdown. Do you think Rupert Murdoch and the white elites are hurt by the government shutdown? Do you think the elite white ignorants are hurt? No. Do you even think the propagandists are hurt? No. Who is going to be hurt? The vast majority of white people, which are not upper or elite class white people. These are everyday white people. They're the ones that are going to get hurt. When I talk about, hey, there are over 17 million white people that are going to be kicked off of SNAP benefits. They're not going to be able to provide for their family. What did they tell you? What did they tell you? Well, Lucas, per capita, more black people are on SNAP than white people. What? They're telling you that they're going to be suffering, but more black people.
Beta.
How does that benefit them? This is something that I bring up. How did per capita help Charlie Kirk? You had Matt Walsh talking about, well, per capita, black people are way more violent. How did that help Charlie Kirk? How does per capita, more black people being on SNAP, help the 17 million white people? And now, you just recently, we had Halloween. What were all these people dressed up as? You had a bunch of white women dressed up in blackface. Now, do I think that's, Pauline sickening? 100%. But at the end of the day,
but we not racist. Y'all need to get over it. Y'all need to stop yelling it out. But every chance we get to possibly even do it, we do it, but it's just y'all being sensitive. But go through the litany of things that we can say about them and watch how they get triggered and want to shoot up a school or something. It's crazy.
How does blackface impact my income? How does blackface impact your income? I'm just curious, right? Was there any black person who saw any of these posts or any of these women? Some of them actually have black mothers. That's a different video all entirely. But did any of the posts when you saw them doing blackface, did your credit score go down when you saw these ignorants doing blackface? No, I don't know. Did it? Did you lose money off of your paycheck, right? When you saw these idiots doing blackface? But think about that. They're doing this to attack us. And we're just like, bruh, I don't get it. You're in a very, very troubling situation. Birth rates, mental health, when it comes to income, stagnant incomes, all of this. And y'all over here doing blackface. And I'm just like, they really have got them conditioned. And you have to understand, that's the only way we get to where we are, is if a good chunk of this country is conditioned to the Neanderthal caveman mindset, which is black person bad, white person good. So if you take it from that Neanderthal lens, what does that allow them to do? That gives them a blank check on white people. As long as, it hurts black people, right? It'll be white poverty bad, but black poverty good. So if per capita there are more black people who are going to be in trouble, that's good for them. Even though there's raw numbers, more of them are going to be impacted. They don't care. White death, bad. Black death, good. But if police per capita are targeting, black people, then that's good. Even though raw numbers, they're being killed off, crazy, left and right. So
y'all know this to be true, because y'all know when I cover these cop videos, I say it all the time that I don't want to cover a lot of videos of them brutalizing black people, because obviously the folks of the other community is actually going to be the ones that can really change this. They don't give a fuck about it. So I show them being brutalized by the police. They try to invoke some type of feeling of maybe we need to change this when you start seeing it happen to you. He's not lying about the situation. That was my whole dynamic of trying to even do the top videos that I do. I want y'all to see him fuck up old Betsy. Betsy's 78 years old and broke her arm on the side of the road because she got dementia and walked out of Walmart with something, and now y'all want to brutalize her. Old white lady. I want y'all to see that. Because obviously y'all don't care about no 77-year-old black woman getting hemmed up and getting knees stuck on her neck there and slammed into the ground on concrete. Y'all don't give a fuck about that. But maybe y'all will give a fuck about Betsy. That's the whole point. But obviously they don't give a fuck. And that's why Betsy and, everybody else getting fucked up too, because they don't give a fuck. As long as they can see a black person, they okay. And then they don't understand it's going to happen to you too.
What they have managed to do is to fool these people into getting hustled. That's what they've managed to do. Where do you think that comes from? It comes from the top. All this per capita, most of these people don't know what per capita means. they just see it as a way to trigger black people. You can look at the comments, right? Elon Musk. Do you think Elon Musk cares about the white country, cares about the white majority, cares about these people day in and day out, their lives? No, of course not. Like I said, the elites don't have podcasts. They may go on a podcast every once in a while. They may do an interview. They don't have podcasts. So they leave these white ignorants to propagandize to their ignorant bases. So now you've got Bubba, who's in Arkansas, about to get kicked off of his welfare. His EBT is about to be declined. And I'm asking him, hey, Bubba, doesn't this alarm you that you're about to be kicked off of your EBT? And he responds, no, because per capita, there are more black people on EBT than white people. And it leaves me perplexed because I'm like, how does that help you though? How does black people per capita help you? You're still gonna get kicked off though. You understand that? And then Bubba responds, well, per capita, the black people in Chicago, all right? There was like 10 deaths over the weekend. And once again, it leaves me in a baffled state because I'm like, how does black on black crime in Chicago impact your life in, Arkansas, in this rural area in Arkansas? Why do you know all these black statistics about education and crime and abortion and welfare? Do you know any white statistics? Do you know what your current situation's in? And Bubba is obviously left dumbfounded because he doesn't. Bubba's looking at me going, no, but 1350.
You are a fucking idiot.
It really just puts things in perspective when it comes to many of these people. Because it's just like, you guys have gotten hustled. Now, I know black people have gotten hustled, but you guys have really gotten hustled. You guys it's mind-blowing how screwed over you guys are getting. They are utilizing your racism and your bigotry to destroy you. Do you not get that? Y'all gonna go extinct before anyone else.
Boy, that escalated quickly.
I'm gonna give y'all a good example of this. Assault rifle ban. Does anybody in here know why we have an assault rifle ban? It ain't because somebody took an assault rifle and went and shot up a whole bunch of shit. For the people in the back that don't know, the only reason the United States of America has an assault rifle ban is because the Black Panthers arms had assault rifles. It triggered these white people that were already harming the black community, and the black guys had these guns to, prevent them from coming into our communities. They started taking up arms and they had assault rifles. Well, they was like, no, we don't like a black man with a gun. And then we definitely don't like you with an assault rifle. Ban it. Now they talk about protecting the Second Amendment when they already advocated for the Second Amendment to be limited because they didn't want black people to have it. Make that make sense. That's the whole cutting off your nose despite your fucking face. These motherfuckers be yelling from the mountaintops from the lawns at the left, trying to take their guns. And they literally took guns out of their own hands. That's the beauty of actually knowing history. Something that they're trying to take away too. Hey, look. Watch the game, watch the movements, understand, look, we playing chess. Everything gonna get, look, we're not trying to win the game on one move, but we're gonna, every one move will lead to us winning this game. That's the whole game of chess. It's a strategy. And a lot of these super smooth brain dummies in America especially the ones on this side, can't fucking see it. And then also my black Republican brothers, I don't know what the fuck that is. Y'all can't see it either. You can't see the game. Because if you saw the game, you wouldn't align yourself with none of them. I know a lot of people come to my channel and be thinking that I'm on the left. Bitch, I ain't on the left. I'm just on the side of whatever the side is right when it pertains to either issue. And when it's certain issues, them bitches seem to be hitting more close to 100 than y'all do. And I ain't saying that I fuck with them because I know them bitches racist as fuck too. They the quiet racists. I know it. I know them bitches don't like my community. I know this. But bitch, they shoot more towards what's better for all Americans than what the fuck y'all on. Y'all about not giving nobody nothing, and they about giving something to somebody. And that seems to be the fight that we've been having in America lately. Yo, you want communism, you want all this, and y'all just don't want nobody to have nothing besides keep giving money to rich folks. That's why I be laughing. I be like, black folks is running over there. Like, dude, what the fuck y'all on? I had all them coon ass niggas from Black Men Unfiltered come over here on that dumb ass shit. It's like, nigga, what? You support that? And the fucked up shit is, I know you ain't making no money on YouTube, so I don't even know what the fuck you supporting that for. I guess $1,500 a month is working for you, and that changed your whole fucking life. But either way, though, let's keep going.
Your racism isn't going to save you. It's actually harming you. There was a post where they were like, hey, if you can't feed them, don't breed them, all right? The government isn't your baby daddy. And I'm like, I get it, right? I get it. Because once again, black person bad, white person good. So they view like government assistance as through a black lens. So any type of government assistance they hear is going to be cut off is like, good, yeah, let the Negroes, work. That's what should be happening. And it's like, Bubba, you're on EBT. Do you understand that? Do you understand that you are on this government assistance that that's about to be shut off? Bubba, do you understand that you're in government housing? Do you get?
I'm just gonna do it real quick. Like,
it's good to be alone for a minute in the confession room. Niggas is wildin'.
And that's why I've been saying to everybody that I have personal conversations with when it pertains to this, and I'm gonna say it to y'all. Black people, I don't care if you get food stamps and you getting kicked off them hoes. I don't care if you got Section 8 and you getting kicked off them hoes. Shut the fuck up and stop telling people about your business. You know why? Because the same people that pushed to get you kicked off of it and voted this motherfucker in office that's gonna get you kicked off of it are on it too. And with you opening your mouth and yelling and putting all these videos out on the internet, bitching about your situation, they're gonna make black people the face of it. No, black people, shut the fuck up about what they doing. We done went through worse, we gonna get through worse. Let them see themselves bitching and complaining about it. Stop letting them make us the face of everything. We got too many people that co-opt this bullshit that's going on. Yeah, they took my $600. Bitch, shut the fuck up. I don't give a fuck. Figure it the fuck out. Learn how to cooperate with somebody. You'll be able to get some food in that house. Majority of them are on it compared to us. Majority of them get money from the government. They always call this welfare. The welfare queen is automatically a black woman. That's really a white woman when you look at the numbers. Government assistance, welfare people, all that bullshit that they be saying, that's them. They just made us the face of it. Shut the fuck up and let them complain, because this shit is hitting them now. Learn how to fucking be quiet for a second. Man, for real, I really want a lot of black folks to learn how to be quiet for a second, because this is affecting them the most. It's affecting them the most. And then they gonna lose their mind. Look, you already saw how far they would go when motherfucker lied to them and told them that an election was stolen. That didn't even harm them. Even if the election, let's say the election was stolen, how was that gonna harm them? When the fuck Democrats ever did something to conservatives in a negative way? And they stormed the Capitol over that. They were talking about hanging Mike Pence and shit. What the fuck you think they gonna do when they find out that they losing their fucking food stamps and they Section 8? Just chill, bruh. All of us in the black community and the other colored communities need to chill, bruh. Watch these motherfuckers eat themselves out from the inside. Like, chill, bro. Don't give them no ammunition, bro. Chill out. Let's just let them motherfuckers ride it out. I promise you, by the time Trump get out of office, bro, it's gonna be a problem. They gonna fucking be talking about hang Trump.
That what's about to be shut off, and it goes right past them, man. It really goes right past them. And I don't know what to tell you, bro. They cooked. Anyways, guys, that's the video. Let me know what you guys think.
Whether or not you believe, Lucas, you're just racist, okay? You just hate white people, that's what it is. Or if you have belief, no, it's become grossly apparent that you hate you. That is white people who hate white people. That's what's becoming apparent. And apparently me calling this out makes me the bad guy. And I'm just like, you're going off a cliff, do you understand that? And I'm not even driving, bruh. You're driving off the cliff while talking about black on black crime. Okay. Anyways, if you happen to...
Ain't that what happened with Charlie Kirk? He talking about gang violence, and as soon as he talking about gang violence, got popped in the neck. And everybody want to talk about black people. I'm like, that was a white dude that shot him. This FYI for history, there wasn't no black person that shot him, but you talking about gang violence. Okay.
You know where to find me Thursday through Saturday, Disagreement Day. There'll be a number on screen. You call in, we duke it out. Otherwise, I hope you guys enjoyed the video. If you did, please feel free.
Yeah, I think we enjoyed it a little bit, Lucas. We enjoyed it a little bit. And I'm gonna do my due diligence and drop that link real quick, just in case anybody want to get their thoughts in here. But that was just the preference, y'all. That was the preference. That was the preference for the actual video for the night. Let's give people an idea, because we had Nick Fuentes and we had Tucker Carlson sit down and actually have a conversation. And they were actually beefing online if people didn't know about it. I didn't even know about it. I heard about it a little bit later. But Tucker Carlson was calling Nick gay, and Nick was calling him a piece of shit. Because, Nick is really Hispanic, and they be holding that Hispanic shit against him, because Tucker feels like he's a pure white, and, all this shit. But, Nick be arguing for the pure white. It's just a whole bunch of messed up shit. Like, I don't know, all this shit they made up. They made up kind of makes them argue with each other. But they came together and actually had a conversation. And I want y'all to see this shit right here, because this shit right here is fucking hilarious. And I want y'all to understand, these are the minds and the thinkers. These are the people that are shaping the mindset of the people that are going to be slowly adopting this shit in society when it comes to certain political movements. Pay attention, man. I want y'all to hear this, because you shouldn't take this shit lightly. A lot of people been taking this shit lightly. Don't take it lightly.
Thank you for having me. I wanted to meet you. I've heard about you.
I've heard about you.
So, well, thank you. I want to understand what you believe, and I want to give you a chance in a minute to just lay it out, not what you're pivoting against, which are a lot of the same thing. I agree with you on some of the things you're pivoting against for sure, but what do you affirmatively believe? So I just want to stand back and let you explain it. But first, I want to understand how you got to where you are, how you became Nick Fuentes. So this is my understanding of your life arc, and tell me if I'm wrong. You show up at Boston University. You grew up in a suburb of Chicago, kind of working class, western suburb, and you show up at Boston University in the fall of 2016 at the height of the battle between Trump and Hillary. It's like this kind of pivot point in history. And you show up with a MAGA hat, and you have a Trump hat, and you have like basically off-the-shelf Republican views.
Yes.
And so describe the views that you had then, and then describe what happened.
Oh, God. It's amazing that Chuck Carlson tries to display himself as like some down-to-earth ass motherfucker. Like, dude, you're a millionaire. You don't even go to the grocery store. Shut the fuck up with that shit.
So when I was in high school, I was very political. I was reading a lot of the libertarian stuff, Austrian school, Chicago school, economic type literature, because that's what was popular at the time. If you went online in the early 2010s, that's all the conservative content there really was. That was the most extremely online type
Libertarian
stuff.
economics.
Well, yeah, basically kind of the remnant of the Ron Paul revolution.
Yes.
The Young Americans for Liberty, PragerU, which kind of skews a little more, I guess, conservative, but very basic small government, individualism, libertarian type stuff.
So you watch PragerU videos?
Oh yeah, I was in the Prager Force.
What's that?
It's a Facebook group for college kids, and they promote the PragerU videos.
Wow.
To the college students and high school
So you really
students.
were a product.
Now, y'all remember that's something that the Republicans used to stand for, or at least they claimed they stood for. Small government. Y'all think they still stand for that? Trying to get Jimmy Kimmel kicked off of his show, the government coming in and telling other businesses what they should and shouldn't do. Small government, right? The government shouldn't have too much say, so let private industry do things. Y'all think they still stand for that? Start to understand the projection. It's a bunch of bullshit.
Of the moment.
Absolutely.
And how'd you feel about Trump?
Well, initially, I didn't like Trump. When the primary started in 2015, I considered him to be a statist.
Yeah.
Which sounds so ridiculous now.
No, a lot of people thought that.
Yeah. And I was a libertarian, so I saw him as a big government, 1990s liberal. When he was asked about healthcare, he said, well, we'll take care of everybody. And
now you heard it. Nick said he thought he was a libertarian. That would be closer aligned to liberal. And Nick's racist as fuck. Like, he's racist as fuck. Because he can pass for a white dude. But he's Hispanic, though.
I said, I'm a Rand Paul guy, Ted Cruz guy. Those were kind of my people back in 2015.
You like Ted Cruz?
I was a cruise missile.
Does Cruz know that?
I don't think so, no. I was actually on his campaign.
You were on the Ted Cruz campaign?
I don't know if I was on the campaign, but I door knocked in a little village in Chicago, in McKinley Park, for Ted Cruz.
No way.
In the Illinois primary.
Did he write you a thank you note?
No, I didn't get a thank you. He lost, so I guess.
Yeah, he did. He did in a very humiliating way. Wow, that's amazing. So what happened?
So I, like everybody else in 2016, went through this ideological awakening. And first I shifted to Trump. And the first realization that I had is it started in 2016, actually, because the primaries, started in 15, around April or May, I think, the first announcements. And I had very negative feelings about Trump. And like I said, pro Rand Paul, pro Cruz. But when the actual Iowa caucus happened and the primaries began, I saw that Trump was dominating. And every night in the Super Tuesday, when they had all the big contests, one after the other, I remember the media was furious that he was winning one after the other. And I remember thinking to myself, like, structurally, if I'm a libertarian or a conservative and we want to change the country, we have to win elections. If you want to win elections, you have to bypass the media. I sort of have this realization that the media was really standing in the way. They were the problem. And I had this realization that
He had a realization. He said the media was standing in the way, but the media was actually reporting that Trump was dominating. How was the media standing in the way? If he was still dominating, because I'm pretty sure they're going to the point of, well, he's referring to the point of, they were calling out his bullshit. His past history, what he used to do, that's not fair to call out Trump's past history. But every time a cop shoots a black person in the back and kneels on their neck and shit, we want to talk about some shit they did 5 years ago. But when it comes to dear old Trump, we don't need to talk about his past. That's the media going at him. The media still sat out there and reported that he was winning. They could have lied and said Trump's losing by a landslide. They could have just lied. Did the media do that? No, they didn't. What the fuck you talking about?
The conservatives and Republicans up to that point were afraid to take on the media. They, like Mitt Romney, would cower before them and were so apologetic and so weak. And so initially I said, I actually don't ideologically agree with Trump at all, but he will destroy the liberal media, or at least their monopoly on thought and opinion.
Yes.
And then a breakthrough can occur. So that was kind of the first hump. And I said, I could get behind Trump because he's a winner. He'll win for our side. And that was kind of the first big thing. And then as I listened to him more and more, his speeches and his rhetoric, I started to think about immigration.
Which you hadn't really considered before?
Never. And the reason why is because I was from a 95% white suburb. So the diversity had not really reached my corner of Chicago yet.
And that's a problem for your stupid ass motherfucker, because you don't have any life experience. They always say diversity is bad. And it's mainly because they don't want to have to change themselves to adapt to the world. They want the world to adapt to them. But I'm sorry to tell you, sir, you make up less than fucking 19% of the population of the entire world. The rest of the world doesn't have to adapt to you. You want everybody to come into America because America, as of right now, is a majority white society, right? You're not even fucking white. You're Hispanic white, and they don't even consider that. You're not pure blood in their opinion, and they call that out all the time. But, they'll still accept you in because you kind of pass for it. But they want everybody that comes into this country, with it being majority white, to assimilate. Ain't that what they say? Assimilate. So maybe you should assimilate to the world, because that's the battle you're fighting. You make up less than fucking 20% of the population, less than 20% of the entire population of the world, and you want everybody to assimilate to you? Bro, that ain't how that shit work. Man, look, and guess who we got up in the building? That man Hurricane. Motherfucker on that blaze tonight. That boy black leather jacket, ready to fucking stab somebody with a steak. But I mean, all the people know what it is.
You already know. This man's Hurricane JWJW2 on YouTube, home of the HHN Special Report, Detroit After Dark, and the Fuck the Government podcast. What's good, JVJ? Shout out Crystal, baby. What up, though?
And you already know what time it is, man. Like this shit right here. The first video I wanted to preface something, but now I want the conversation to actually be happening because you know, if I would have showed the Lucas video afterwards, people be like, "Oh, he's just making up shit and just saying shit." I showed it first, so now you got the idea what he preference for how these people operate. We're listening to him right now. Has he lied yet? That's the question on the table for everybody. I don't think he did, but look, we're gonna let it keep riding. Let me know if you need to stop at a point, and I'll stop it when you already know I'm gonna stop it whenever the fuck. But let it keep going. I'm gonna let it keep going because this shit right here crazy.
We were, me and my family, not so much my family, they grew up in the city, but growing up in the suburbs, I was insulated from that. So it was just not even, it's actually, you're going to love this. This is, I don't know if I've ever even said this on an interview before. I was listening to Mark Levin's show. This goes to show how normie I was. Actually, I listen to him every day.
You listen to Mark Levin every day?
In high school, yes.
Wow.
I was a fan. I loved his show. And I actually liked how he was kind of obnoxious and mean to his callers.
Yeah.
Vicious. And I liked that. I thought that was funny. But I'll never forget one show.
He thought it was funny that somebody called into a guy's show and the guy was mean to the people that called in. He thought that was funny. Keep telling me about your character because I'm building up a character ladder for you. I'm going to build a box and a whole book to have a breakdown of who you are. So you thought it was funny that somebody else is mean to somebody else. Okay. All right. Get me into the mindset of your psyche. All right.
He goes live. And
it shows
says,
he got no empathy.
Now go ahead.
No
go ahead,
empathy.
Hurricane. Say that shit.
No empathy. I think he's insensitive to other people's feelings. And he got on the discount JFK hairpiece. I got to add that. You go ahead.
Yeah, look. When you don't give a fuck about other people's issues, don't expect nobody to give a fuck about yours. But I don't think he understands that logic. If you don't care about my problems when I'm going through something, why the fuck I need to give a fuck about when you going through something? What make you special?
Facts.
He don't understand. He gonna set a precedent where don't nobody in America ever give a fuck about nobody else in America, and that's what the fuck we got right now. And that mindset, that thinking got us here. But either way, don't let him keep going.
Becoming a majority non-white country. Does anybody think that's a good idea? And I was thinking to myself, yeah, that actually doesn't sound so good. I didn't really even think that America's becoming majority minority like that. And
so you were radicalized on race by Mark Levin?
Yes.
Are you making that up, or that's
a real story?
Amazing.
Mm-hmm. He planted the seed at least.
Amazing.
And then I saw a graphic on 4chan or Twitter, and I'm sure you've seen something similar.
4chan.
It said, this is what the map looks like, the electoral map. If only men vote, if only women vote, if only whites vote, if only non-whites vote. And it became very obvious what the electoral problem is. It's demographics. These immigrants are coming here. They're going to turn Texas blue like they turned California blue.
Yeah, I saw it happen.
Yeah, and you look at even the opinion polls. These people don't believe in free speech. They don't believe in the Constitution, the Second Amendment. As a libertarian, the things that are, and as American, things that are important to you, they don't understand these things. And so I said,
how do they not believe in free speech in the Second Amendment? Who has tried to take your Second Amendment away? If you really look back in history, the only time that anybody has restricted the Second Amendment, it's the group that you're aligning with, buddy.
It's the group that killed the nigga that got the JFK hairpiece.
It tripped me out.
That nigga hair is fucking up.
Dude, that fucked up look is like the look they think it looks good. I don't know, man. Look, let them think whatever the hell they want, because you already know when it comes to style and standard of what it actually looks good and what doesn't look good, man, we the arbiters of that. We decide what the fuck is actually fashionable and shit. And no matter what the fuck they say, because if y'all didn't believe our opinion, y'all wouldn't copy everything we fucking do. So it is what it is. That's why I see white boys sagging their pants nowadays. So, shut that shit up. But he doesn't even understand like the party that actually advocated and actually passed law to restrict one of those amendments, mainly the Second Amendment, was the group that you're aligning yourself with. It wasn't the people on the left that did that. Now, were they okay with it? Oh yeah, I believe they was okay with it, but they weren't the ones who pushed the bill. They weren't the ones who drew it up and wrote it together and said, yeah, I wrote this bill with so-and-so senator from another country. No, that was y'all, bruh. But that's who you aligning with, talking about protecting that right. That's cap. That's cap, bruh. That's the stupid. But when you don't know your history, it makes all the sense in the world, bro. You just let people tell you whatever the hell. Like he said he was listening to Mark Levine tell him about how the country's the white people are about to become. It's pretty much a great replacement theory that they have. Like, bro, it's not a theory. Y'all women ain't fucking y'all. How about you fix the reason why they not fucking y'all instead of just trying to demonize everybody else and harm everybody else because they ain't fucking y'all? Fix yourself. But the good thing is for them, they have the power to, try to shape things the way they want it to be without ever changing and making themselves better. They just gonna delve deeper and deeper and deeper into their own evil. It's kind of stupid. But any thoughts on hurricane before I keep going, man? God damn it, I know I be talking.
Go ahead.
All right, man. We'll keep going. And shout out to everybody up in the building, man. PA, I see you up in here. Abraham. I see all y'all comments, man. We just rocking
Squad.
tonight. We rocking
What up,
tonight.
though, squad? What up, though?
Another political obstacle. You've got the media, you've got immigration. So I'm thinking like, well, we're going to vote for Ted Cruz. He's going to be the constitutionalist. We'll vote for Rand Paul. He'll be the libertarian. But what stands in the way of political power for us? It's the media and it's immigration. So I said, well, we got to get Trump to beat the media, build the wall, deport the illegals. And once we set the country straight,
still ain't got no wall.
Then we can actually have our constitutional republic back. That was kind of the idea. And that's the mindset that I had going into college.
Amazing. So then what happened?
So I go to college and I'm just, at that point, a huge Trump supporter. And you got to understand, for me, for my generation, so I was 18. I turned 18 in August 2016. And to us, Trump...
amazing.
Yeah. Well, because we're like the first generation that was influenced by Trump coming of age in that moment.
No, I say it's amazing because when you're living in something, you don't appreciate its full significance. But to be 18 in August of 2016, so this really is, as you're forming your views and really yourself.
Yes.
In the middle of this. We'll admit that we are not the most disciplined.
And look, people following this little motherfucker, and this motherfucker right here, like, bruh, he was 18 in 2016. Bruh, it's 2025 right now. Do the math in y'all own head, bruh. It's 8 years ago. No, my bad, not 8. 20, what did we say, 2016?
Yep.
2016, okay. So that's goddamn fucking, that's 9 years ago. This motherfucker somehow is the leading voice in the Republican Party, and all he does is
he's still a baby.
shit.
Yeah, almost
Like
making it like he's an industry plant. Almost started to think he's a plant.
Yeah,
with a plant on his head.
pushed him. No, motherfucker pushed him, man. He say a lot of racist ass shit, and they all for it, man. They all for it. Like, dude, I don't listen to no young ass, dumb ass motherfucker like that. And I ain't gonna lie, all the young people that can impart knowledge to me that something I didn't know, hell yeah, because they might know more about technology or what the fuck is going on in society right now. But this motherfucker right here, bro, you're trying to argue old talking points that came before my time and convince me of it. Like, bitch, this is something new to you, and your ass you just like a fucking, I don't even know what to call that shit. You
Right. It was just like one of those, because he came out around the same time the Me Too movement, the SJWs and the crazy feminist bitches, around the same time, around like motherfucking 2016. I'm like, man, you know better than them.
Bro, look, if you got an 80, you were born for 90. The best way to put it is, if you grew up and had to experience dial-up internet, I will respect your opinion more than I will his. That bitch don't even know nothing about no dial-up. I want to talk to the generation that didn't have the internet before. They grew up playing outside, riding bikes, doing all the motherfuckers that came before. They kind of in a fucked up position. Like the baby boomers and them generation, the greatest generation, all them, they don't know nothing about no technology. They don't know how society evolved. The generation that I grew up in, I truly believe, had the opportunity of understanding what it was to kind of somewhat live like how they lived, where all we had was playing outside, riding bikes. Everything was just scheduled television. It was like you watch Cartoon Network on Saturdays, and then you wouldn't have nothing to do, so you had to go play. And then we transitioned into getting the internet, getting into high school and shit. This motherfucker don't know nothing but the internet. That's all he know. I'm not taking advice from a motherfucker like that.
Me either.
No, I'm really not. I'm not, like, cause like, dude, it shows I'll put it like this. With what comes out of his mouth shows me that he has not took full advantage of the internet. He saw one thing on the internet and he laid his flag down and said, this is where I'm going to stand. When he could have found, if he just did a little bit more research, a lot of things that would contradict a lot of his beliefs, but he chooses not to do that. I can't align myself with somebody like that.
Right.
This motherfucker.
And even if he did, you could do the research on Trump and find out all the shit that he did with him and his family and shit, and he still fucking joined with him, I still wouldn't follow. Still wouldn't follow.
You already heard what he said. He said he was watching that dude, that Levine guy, and he saw that he liked that he was being an asshole and mean to people. That made him laugh. So I'm like, it makes all the sense in the world for why he's doing what he's doing. But either way, though, let's keep going.
And by we, I mean me and all the online kids, teenagers that supported him. We really believed the hype. Like Teflon Don, like he could go into any scenario and win. Like he was unstoppable, unflappable. Nobody could score points on him. He just seemed like, they said you can't stump the Trump. Like he could not be stumped. And so he just had this aura of inevitability, invincibility. And I loved that. And so I went to Boston University. I got on campus in September.
He needed a great white knight, and Trump was the representative that he aligned himself with. And a lot of them do that. They need a great white height. That's who Larry Bird was supposed to be for them. Larry Bird was supposed to dominate the NBA. Obviously, he wasn't better than Magic.
Right.
Who else they got? They got a Cooper Flag kid they got coming in right now. They hyping him up beyond belief. Every fucking quarterback, pretty much, that goes into the NFL, that's why they try to hype them up like the next coming of Jesus. Trevor Lawrence, anybody? He's supposed to be the great thing. Yeah, is he having a better season this year? Yeah, finally, fucking 6-7 years into his goddamn career, finally being good. You seen what they did in college with the whole fucking what's that Manning kid, Archie Manning? They had him as a Heisman favorite. That boy threw 9 fucking passes in his entire college career, and they said, yeah, he's gonna be the Heisman favorite. It's like, what? Well, you had all these other quarterbacks that have been out here playing for years and then showed you improvement every year. They always be searching for a great white knight, the great white hope, whatever the fuck. I think the great white hope is the shit that Jesse Lee Peterson be calling Trump. He said the great white hope. It's like, they always looking for a fucking white savior. It's like, bitch, okay. Whatever the fuck.
And I was wearing my MAGA hat everywhere, in the dining hall, walking down the street, and it's a city campus. So you're walking down Commonwealth Avenue and, you're in the city of Boston, which is super liberal. And at that time, it's different than it was now. People were getting fired for wearing MAGA hats. People were getting punched in the face. It was like being a Trump supporter was out there actually back then. It was controversial. It was controversial everywhere, not even, just in liberal Boston. But so I was wearing my hat everywhere, and I was just getting accosted constantly. In the dining hall, people would come up and yell in my face. Some black girl in a hijab ran up to me and said, you know what you're supporting? You're racist, this. And I'm trying to get my pizza, I'm trying to get my oatmeal or whatever at the dining hall. This was happening constantly.
You see how they play it off as if they're doing something, but acting as if they're not doing anything. Him wearing that hat everywhere, like he said, and knowing the message that Trump was pushing, and the message that a lot of people adopted and shaped. Maybe Trump didn't even push certain things. The racists adopted that shit for him. The KKK adopted that shit for him. You wearing that hat around in town saying that you're being accosted because somebody said something to you. Accosted, man, look, bitch, I think that really refers to somebody being touched. When you say that type of word, I'm thinking that somebody put their hands on you, but you just saying somebody yelling at you. So pick a different word. You can say verbally abused or something like that.
Yep.
But you talking about you're just trying to get your pizza. No, you wore that hat out of that house intentionally to spark a response.
Yep.
I don't wear the same fucking. I got a whole stack of hats right here, y'all. I got a whole stack of hats, and I can guarantee you, I don't wear the same fucking hat out the house every day. It all depends on my outfit. But he said he wore that same hat every fucking day, everywhere he went. He had a mission, and he knew what he was trying to accomplish. He was trying to piss people off, and then you get mad that somebody finally said something to you. You're not even mad. You're actually happy that somebody said something to you.
Right.
That's what I'm telling people. Like, bro, stop saying something to these folk, man. They want you to fucking get triggered by what the fuck they're doing because they don't. That's all they have, man. That's all they have.
Yay! Shouts out to Crystal.
You already know it, man. I'm gonna let him keep going, bro. But like this, it's crazy how this motherfucker be talking, bro. I'm like, dude, you telling on yourself.
And so I was going then on Twitter, and I had a small Twitter account with my real name and face, and I had, maybe 200 followers, and I'm posting about my experiences. And I caught the attention of a lot of people on campus for wearing the hat, for posting on Twitter, and they found my Twitter.
You've only been there like a month?
Last weeks. 3 weeks. This is starting up. And I catch the attention of my peers, and they start going at me on Twitter and giving me death threats. We're going to kill you. How dare you? If I see you, I'm going to beat your ass, that kind of thing. And this was my first experience with this. Now we're all kind of desensitized to it, but that was my first run-in with this intensity from the left. So I file a police report. I get real nervous. And, when you're a student, you can't really avoid other people. You're in a dorm room. Exactly. You're in so you're vulnerable. And anyway, long story short, so one of these guys from the campus libertarian group, Young Americans for Liberty, he reaches out to me and says, hey, I'm not going to say his name, but he goes, I go to a school in Boston. I'm from YAL. He said, and I'd like to set up a debate with you and one of these people that's been giving you a hard time on campus because they were doing a lot of events. He said, is that something you're interested in? I said, absolutely. And so he goes around and he asks some of the bigger people that are antagonizing me on Twitter, and everybody says no. And he goes, yeah, no one's going for it. I said, well, can you try again? Can you? And so he finds one guy, and it turns out to be the student body president of the whole university.
It'll be you.
Yeah, the senior, this liberal douchebag progressive. And he's the student body president of the student government there. And so we set up the debate. It was about a week before the actual election. So I think it was end of October, beginning of November. And they hold it in this auditorium in the center of the campus, and like 300 people show up. So it turns into like this huge, and they're all liberal. They all hate my guts. They're heckling me the whole time. They're yelling at me. We do this debate about Trump versus Hillary. And so I'm there and I'm pro-Trump, and I say, I think Trump's going to win. And I'm straight up like ripping the Ben Shapiro talking points. I'm saying, it's got everything to do with culture and nothing to do with race, and diversity's a problem and all this. And I decisively win the debate. It's like not even close. The debate wraps up, and this girl who I think I had talked to her on Twitter once or twice comes running up to the stage after the debate, and it's Cassie Dillon. And at this time, she's a fellow at Daily Wire, Ben Shapiro's company. And like I said, I barely knew her. And she comes running up and she says, oh my gosh, I live streamed this debate on Periscope on Twitter. She said, and 30,000 people watched it, and you have like 5 job offers. You did incredible. I said, wow, I don't know what to say. That's great. She goes,
you're 18 years old.
Yes. So it's like happening very quickly for me, And she goes, do you want to do a post-game interview after the debate? I said, sure. And so she asked me about how I thought the debate went and what my views are and things like that. And, very normal stuff. And then at the end, she says, I just got back from doing study abroad in Israel. She goes, and it was amazing. Would you ever take a trip to Israel? And I said, no, I think I got everything I need right here in America. And she goes, oh, okay. And she wraps up the interview. And that was a little bit of foreshadowing. And this begins a relationship, not a romantic relationship, but we become friends and we start talking. And she's plugged in, like I said, at Daily Wire. She's talking to people at Right Side Broadcasting Network, the college Republicans. I start to develop this friendship with her. And over time, she lands me this show on Right Side Broadcasting Network. And in this time, I'm really starting to lean into America first. I'm becoming more pro-Trump as time goes on. And what really stood out to me was Trump's inaugural address in January 17th. So this was just a couple months later. And in Trump's inaugural, he says famously, a new vision will govern our land. It's going to be only America first, America first. And I said, that's me. Like, that's what I believe. I'm an American nationalist.
Me too.
Fully at this point, not even a conservative. And there was one thing that happened just before that that really struck me as strange. And I've told this story before. I'm not going to spend too much time on it, but
look, y'all heard he say he's an American nationalist first. I would really want to go through some of Nick Fluentez's talking points when it comes to things. But he's been kicked off of every platform for his so-called America First nationalism type shit. The dude's a racist. And it's not even 100% white. Like, dude.
I think Pearl got in trouble for talking to that nigga.
Yeah, a lot of people did. That's why I was like, they ain't gonna touch Tucker. They ain't gonna touch Tucker and shit. But now I'm gonna skip ahead because this is crazy right here. Because pretty much they're trying to do like a story arc of this motherfucking shit. He's trying to pathologize this motherfucking shit. But nah, we need to get to where he starts saying his little racist shit, because this shit ain't it, bro. Like, it's amazing that they try to bring these motherfuckers up when they have a long track record of saying certain things, and then at the end of it try to make it seem like they were somebody completely fucking different. It's the same thing they did with Charlie Kirk. They try to act like he wasn't a racist. And it's like, oh no, he was just all about open debate and stuff. Like, no, the fuck he wasn't, bro. Like, dude. He never talked about the problems in the white community unless it was talking about somebody from the left. That was it. As if conservatives did no wrong, because that was his position. He was a person that was on the right. He was conservative. He was a Trump supporter and all that shit. That's what he stood on. He never called out any problem inside of that group. But they demand that black Republicans come over and, you know, talk shit about the black community. That's all they ever talk about. You know, they don't ever talk about white folks unless they on the left. Like, y'all see over here, I talk about motherfuckers on the left, motherfuckers on the right. It don't really matter to me, black, white, Asian. I don't give a fuck what race you is. You fucked up, you fucked up. These people seem to have an MO of only talking about a certain group of people. And when I see that, that kind of leads me to believe you kind of lean a certain way, or you stand on a certain side. Like I don't, it's not on me to fucking change my belief on it. I don't care if you say something. How about you change that? But no, we skipping ahead. Yeah, we skipping ahead. Let's see this. Hurricane, any thoughts before I keep playing this shit, bro? Because this nigga goofy.
Shout out to everybody in the chat. Hey, Crystal. Light it that up.
All right. Yeah, Crystal over here doing work. I appreciate that shit for real though. Ain't even gonna hold you.
Give visibility to foreign intel services on the back end. So that means people know what you're looking at. There's likely video and audio of you watching. So that, you know, that's like so such a deal killer for me. Not a huge expert on the topic, but I have always sensed this was a huge deal, but I've always been too embarrassed to like do a show on it.
Mm-hmm.
But it sounds like you're describing something that's everywhere, that affects everybody, and that is, do you think it's related to the huge decline in like actual sex and relationships and marriage, screwed up dating? All of this derives in part from porn, do you think?
I think it's a huge part of it. It's a huge factor. And it's even on the other side too. It's become so destigmatized for women to actually participate in porn. People don't even recognize that OnlyFans is a whole separate category. It's an innovation in the realm of pornography, because you have what everyone knows as porn, which is like videos of porn stars, like dedicated career sex workers having sex in a relatively controlled environment or something like that. But then you get OnlyFans, which is like Patreon for nudes or sex. And basically, there's now a very large subculture, much larger than people want to admit, of women who the moment they turn 18, that is what they do, is they make an OnlyFans account and they become an amateur porn star. And it is completely casual, you know, because you could say that maybe 10.
You know why it's casual? Because you got too many guys like you that pay for it. You can't have a product if people don't buy it. If for some reason people are buying it, make that make sense, buddy. Because you want to be white so bad, Nick, right? You want to be white. You want to just disregard your Hispanic history, your ethnic, whatever the fuck background. You just want to disregard that. All right, then, well, guess what? Ask yourself, why is OnlyFans still popular? Why is OnlyFans still going? Because white dudes are buying it. Are there black dudes that buy it? Yep. Are there Indian dudes that buy it? Yep. Are there Native Americans that buy it? Yep. Are there are people of every race buy it? But who's the majority buyer of OnlyFans subscriptions and shit? It's the group that you want to be a part of. So if you don't want it to exist anymore, stop watching it. It's real fucking simple, bruh. Because if people ain't spending the money, then the motherfucking shit can't exist. But guess what? You're not gonna sit here and talk shit about the guys that are watching that shit. You're just gonna talk shit about the girls that are doing that shit. I ain't gonna lie. If I was a girl, I have an OnlyFans. Does it go against my morals and all that shit? Hell yeah. But in today's society, I would have a fucking OnlyFans. Because that's easy money. That's easy money. It's harder doing this YouTube shit than it is to do OnlyFans. Fuck that. I'm fucking sitting around here crying at the girls doing that shit. Like, I don't want them to do it either. But guess what, bitch? If you ain't buying it, motherfucker can't. It wouldn't be no money in it. It wouldn't be no incentive in it to do it. But you ain't gonna tell the guys to fucking not fucking pay for that shit. You're not gonna do that. You're just gonna talk shit about the girls. I'm like, that's why that when people make arguments, I'm like, look, it's just a one-sided argument. Like, yeah, is it bad that the girls are doing this shit? Yes, I think so. Even though everybody has the right to do whatever the hell they want to do, I don't think it's productive for society. But then I also don't think it's productive for society for the guys to be paying for the fucking shit. Stupid motherfucker. I think you'll have a better chance of changing the minds of the guys than you will of the girls, because the girls obviously ain't listening to your stupid ass. Bitch, you ugly. I'm just being any talk hurricane before I keep playing. I'm not gonna keep asking. Shit.
Go ahead, keep going. Like, I don't know how I let the porn talk though. You know, they were just talking about some motherfucking political shit. I don't know where it led the porn though. That's crazy.
Yeah, I jumped way ahead. It was eventually gonna get to it, but yeah, I jumped probably about an hour ahead on this shit, man. This shit was like their live stream was like 2 hours and 18 minutes and 46 seconds, bro. I'm like, God, Jesus Christ. Damn. Y'all nigga trying to talk to each other later, but y'all trying to work to the goddamn hotel lobby or some shit. Like, nigga, what the fuck y'all doing?
Years ago, even at the heyday of internet porn, to be in porn, you got to be a porn star. Like, that's your life and that's your career and that's who you are, and it's very shameful. With OnlyFans, it's like having a TikTok. It's like, here's my link tree, here's my Instagram account, here's my Facebook account, here's my YouTube, and here's my OnlyFans.
Why would any of this be legal?
I think that, well, there's, like you indicated, maybe there's an intelligence.
Right, they got a problem with people having sex on camera being illegal. I mean, being legal. Like, they have an issue with people having sex on camera being legal, but they didn't have an issue with people being enslaved being legal. Levels to this shit, bruh. It's levels to this shit. It's kind of let me know how your mind works. But, you know, either way, though, I'm sorry. I'm sorry. That just popped in my head. It's crazy.
They ain't trip on Hugh Hefner either. Hugh Hefner and shit. They got Playboy magazine since like the 50s and some shit.
Playboy Bunny Mansion didn't have no issue. Celebrated that man. Ain't no issue with that.
Right.
I guess they was getting some pussy back then, because obviously right now they ain't getting no pussy. They ain't getting no pussy.
In the grotto, nigga. They was in the grotto.
Yeah. Them motherfuckers. Look, I think this is just a bunch of pussy deprived ass individuals that are mad. And supposedly he's supposed to be gay, from what I heard, but you know, neither here nor there.
Benefit to that?
Yeah.
Maybe there's a political benefit to that. I think that.
Well, why wouldn't you arrest the people who run something like that?
They should be. If you had a Christian government,
Or how about just a government that cares about its people? I mean, is Iran a bigger threat or is OnlyFans? Iran's not turning my daughters to prostitution that I'm aware of.
Right.
Right? I mean, that seems like one of the worst things that could happen to any society.
Oh, yeah.
OnlyFans ain't turning your daughter into no prostitute. Your lack of fucking parenting is turning your daughter into a prostitute, bitch.
Absolutely.
Right.
So how big is the support for that? Like if a candidate were to come out and say, we ought to arrest the guys who own MindGeek, which is the biggest, I think it's the biggest porn supplier in the world, or the guys who run OnlyFans, what would the reaction be among, I don't know, people under 50?
I think there would be broad support for that.
Really?
I do, actually, yes.
I hope someone will say that. And
Someone needs to.
I hope someone arrests them, like right away.
Yeah. That was actually one
Seizes
of
their assets and puts them in prison.
seizes their
Think about this shit. These motherfuckers are literally over here kicking to have people locked up. They're talking about sex and people having sex for money on camera. They got a problem with that. They didn't have a problem with the Israelis genociding the Palestinians. They had no problem with that. They didn't have no problem with Russia going up into goddamn Ukraine, taking their land. Matter of fact, let's go back even further. They didn't have no problem with the United States of America dropping an atomic bomb twice on the Japanese. They didn't have no problem with the motherfucker goddamn enslaving black Americans. They didn't have no problem with these motherfuckers goddamn genociding the Native Americans. They didn't have no problem with the Vikings coming down and fucking up their own communities, because you know they always want to talk about we Vikings and shit. But you got a problem with some bitches selling ass on the internet. Make that make sense. Because I know beforehand we had things called brothels. You know? Right there in y'all time.
Burlesque houses. Brothels and burlesque houses. Yep.
There was always a madam on duty to make sure everything ran right? You know, we ain't had no problem with that.
Yep.
You really got to break down the mindset of what these people are really tripping on. I think what they're really tripping on is that they're not actually able to have sex with the women of their age, because the women of their age don't want to fuck with them. So now they have to wage a war on something that is an easy target for them, I guess. They view as an easy target. Do I agree with all this pornography and sexual exploitation and all that shit? Do I agree with it? No. But I'm not finna goddamn condemn it on the grounds that they're condemning it on. They just can't get no pussy. That's all that is. Y'all just can't get nobody to want to fuck you because you're a piece of shit ass individual. You grew up in the same society that made them girls go into doing what they're doing, and they want to avoid you. I'm not saying what they're doing is right. I don't believe that's a good response, but also I believe you need to change yourself to get like we all got to be what the hell the person that we wants in the person. Like, yo, if I want to be with a girl that makes $100,000, I need to be exactly what a girl that wants $100,000, well, that makes $100,000 wants in a man. Just like if you want to get a job, you know, the job requires you to have certain skills. I need to have those skills to get that job. But you don't think you need to change anything about yourself. And then you get mad when people that would be in your category if you were doing what the fuck you were supposed to be doing says fuck you because you ain't, and just goes to do something else. And it's like, well, I'm gonna just stop them from doing that, and then they're gonna be forced to be with me. That's all this is. You motherfucker can't get no hoes. They can't get no hoes. Motherfucker got a lifetime supply of Jergens, and their hand is raw. That's what type of time they on. Like
I think he's afraid to go to a Klan rally. He can pick one out at a Klan rally. But I think he's afraid to go.
Really good because they don't want no hoods. No, they probably look. The girls probably think he lame at that. Them KKK girls probably they be like, he lame.
And that's fucked up. That's fucked up. It gotta be the hair. Cut your hair, nigga. To get the Superman S curve.
Personality, man. And I was pulling chicks when I ain't even had no car. I'm like, dude, you got money coming in and your ass can't pull a bitch? Like, what the fuck wrong with you, bro? Like, what kind of shit is that? And that be the argument, man. These motherfuckers can't compete. And when they can't compete, they want to change the rules of the game. That's all it comes down to. You can't compete with the rest of everybody, change the rules.
It puts them in jail. Yeah, I mean,
the owners of that, people who are, I mean, talk about human trafficking.
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
I thought we were against human trafficking.
Yeah. Well,
So but you think that young people, because you always think of young people as so liberal, but like, no, they wouldn't think that was crazy?
No, I think especially among young men, they know it's a problem. It's ruining their lives. And they know it.
So what are the other factors that prevent, I'm sorry I called you gay, by the way, but I'm always, I think I'm just too old or something. I'm like, why isn't anyone married? You tell me, why aren't people married?
Well, I mean, honestly, it's the women. The women are extremely liberal. No one talks about that. They're increasingly, they do, especially after the last election. There's a 45-point difference between men and women. The men are extremely conservative, increasingly. The women are extremely liberal.
What are they liberal on? What issues? Like, what does that mean, liberal?
Oh, they're very feminist.
Like, actually?
Extremely feminist, yes.
They don't believe that, do they?
I think they do.
Really?
Absolutely,
How
yes.
could you believe that? I think gender roles are a construct, that none of this is inborn? Like, you'd have to be an idiot to think that.
They like the idea of it. They like because of course, I think all women naturally want strong men.
Of course, obviously.
They naturally want a Chad.
Now, I want y'all to remember that this conversation right here, this last little part that we're on right now, got preference by, I'm sorry that I called you gay. And now there's a guy's talking about women. Right? I just want y'all to,
gay.
yeah, I want y'all to remember how this all started, right? All right.
You know, they want like a tall, buff guy. But I think they like the idea of, none of them want to work either. None of them actually want to work.
No, that's what I'm saying. Of course, that's right. It's obviously true. It's always been true. Work outside the home.
Right.
They don't have enough work at home. You know, there's a lot to do. But no, I completely agree. So that's why I question, like, they're feminists in what sense?
Yes. And, you know, they like these vague appeals to equality. We want a chance to work and we want respect. And, you know, ultimately, I think the whole political system is just based around women never being accountable for any of their choices. Ultimately, that seems to be that's what abortion is.
Yeah, of course.
As 99% of abortions are elective. So they say it's an unplanned pregnancy. You had sex out of wedlock with someone you didn't intend to have kids with. So now we have to kill the kids in the womb. And, you know, these no-fault divorce laws. These women get married to guys maybe they never intend to stay with. And then when they're out, they're done. And they want child support and they want
we got to kill the kids. Nigga, they gonna clip the shit and put that shit out of context so fucking much. Nigga, that's what I do. Nigga, I get so many fucking views, I clip this shit. Just kill the kids.
Guess what? You're gonna be able to clip it at the end of this shit. I can guarantee you that.
The stuff. And I think a lot of men are looking at women and they're very liberal. They're overweight. They have a very high estimation of themselves. I think that people call it hoflation.
Hoflation?
Yes, their sense of their own looks and sexual value is very inflated. And so a lot of people are looking at these like frumpy, obnoxious, loudmouth, liberal women who are also very promiscuous and saying this is not actually appealing at all. And I don't want to start a family with a person.
Sounds
like
awful.
this. Yeah, it is.
But if you believe in the patriarchy, as I fervently do, because it's just reality, you know, we didn't choose the system. We were born into a system that is part of nature. Can't get out of it. So if you believe that that's true, which it is, then you think that men should lead. And if it's going to be better, men should make it better because that's their job.
Right.
So you don't want to give them a pass, do you? It'd be like, it's all the girls suck. So
I don't even blame it on the women because I think that it's the incentive.
Literally just said
this nigga retarded. This nigga retarded.
He literally just went on that whole rant blaming it on the women.
This nigga retarded.
He literally just, like, for real, like, I hope everybody understands. He literally just went on a rant for probably about 3 minutes blaming the women. And then turned around and said, I don't blame it on the women.
This double speaking fool.
And look, and for the people in the back that's slow, that didn't see it, look, that's why he be saying it, because he knows it's gonna be some of y'all in the back that didn't see it. He literally just did that. But either way, though, here you go. Let him go, keep going. Let's see where he goes. Well, he said he didn't say nothing, but you know, we just went through 3 minutes of him saying that.
Of structures. You know, women are allowed to do this by the legal system, by kind of social norms. Technology is a big part of it. The attention that is available to women. Women go on Instagram and they get attention from thousands of men. So it's the incentives. But I
stop being one of the motherfuckers. Look, dude. I look at dudes. I ain't gonna hold y'all. And matter of fact, me and Hurricane gonna come up. We gonna come up a little bit big on the screen. Look, y'all. I don't get this, and I really say this all the time. I say it to my coworkers all the fucking time. Bruh, I'm not one of them niggas that be on Instagram looking at bitches shaking their ass and looking at bitches' photos. I don't look at that For You page shit because I don't even know what the fuck that is. But I keep hearing people saying, well, you ever looked your For You on Instagram? I don't know what the fuck that is, nigga. I don't be looking at bitches at all. Like, I see women every goddamn day when I leave my fucking house. I grew up in a generation where if I see somebody that look good, I can go say something to them. I can say something as stupid as, bitch, how tall you is? I ain't gonna say the bitch part in the beginning, but how tall you is? And that can start a cold conversation right there. Do y'all niggas not have no fucking game? No fucking talk, no mouth game, no nothing? They talk to any woman I see. That shit blows my mind. Like, how the fuck you can't talk to somebody? You so fucking nervous and shit. Like, bitch, that's why you ain't getting no pussy. It ain't because she over here getting fucked on fucking OnlyFans. It's because you don't know how to talk to nobody. That's why you ain't getting no pussy.
Hey girl, how you doing? My name is Charlie. Is that easy? Is that easy? That easy.
You ain't gotta go out the way and shit like that. Man, look, you say, man, I be hitting motherfuckers with some of the stupidest shit in the world, man. I be like, man, what size shoe you wear? Like real shit. Like walk up to him real and say it real stern, man. What size shoe you wear? What? Yeah, what size shoe you wear, man? I say, I thought my future girl would have some shit like that. It's like, yeah, some stupid shit. Like, bro, like, if you any guy, and you know, Hurricane, we had to go through this growing up. A guy will have to go through the tunnel, the storm of being rejected. Once you've been rejected enough, it don't mean nothing to you no more. So then you don't give a fuck.
Right.
We got too many folks that are afraid. We got too many of these young dudes that are afraid to even be rejected, that they don't even try, but then they sit around and bitch about why they don't have an opportunity. You never tried. Like, how the fuck you gonna become an astronaut if you afraid of failing to become an astronaut? So you never even try. You have to try, nigga.
For real.
You give a fuck about talking to nobody. I get my ass on this fucking internet every day and talk to people all goddamn day. I don't give a fuck about talking to people. Man, look, that's one of my greatest skills, talking. I know how to speak to people. And it don't matter what community I'm in. I know how to code switch. I code switch real quick for whatever the hell's gonna make you feel the most comfortable. Because I already know I'm perceived as a certain type of person in society. I know how to code switch with y'all motherfuckers. Bitch, you better learn how to code switch and learn how to talk to people. That's the reason you ain't getting no pussy, bitch. I can walk out this house right now and go fuck a bitch tonight. Like, that, it ain't that hard.
Gotta go to Cougar Town real quick.
Oh, Lord.
Good. Throwing that Law and Order rerun real quick, man.
Dun, 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 dun,
Smashing to the thing, though.
Like, for real, man, these dudes just don't know how to talk to nobody, man. I think that shit right there crazy, bro. They don't know how to talk to nobody, man. But either way, though, let's keep going, man. This shit right here tripped me out, man. It be the people that, it's like the bottom of the barrel be the one speaking for the people at the top. It's like, bitch, you don't need to be speaking for us, bro.
Would say that, because I hear this all the time, people say, well, the men need to step up and be better and lead the women. Easier said than done.
I agree with that.
They're at war with the system, and not even just the system, but also society. Because let's say you find one of these so-called good girls who's Christian and traditional, but through osmosis, wherever you go, she's going to be in society. She's going to be on TikTok. She's going to be on Instagram. She's going to be talking to other women. And maybe she's one way when you meet and get married, but 10 years down the road, 15 years, 20 years down the road, people change. And I think that women, as kind of the ultimate conformists, the ultimate enforcers of like social norms, I think eventually the pressure from society kind of gets to them. And a lot of them will go in
Depends what kind of husbands they have. I mean, if there's real leadership at home, I don't know a single happily married woman who's liberal. Not one. I know a lot of married women. I mean, I'm 56. All the women I know are married. Mm-hmm. And every happily married woman is non-liberal. Mm-hmm. I can't even imagine. There's no category for happily married middle-aged liberal woman. It's just,
Yeah, because your ass only hangs around conservatives. There are some people that actually believe the liberal form and that are happy with that happen to be women. You just don't hang around them, Tucker, because ain't no liberal people fucking hanging around your ass. Ain't nobody hanging around your bitch ass, bro. They hadn't heard what the fuck you said on Fox News for how many years you were on there, bro. So I don't think you would be a good arbiter of explaining that. I'm just being honest with you.
There's never been one.
Right.
So like maybe the job is to, make a girl happy and like all this nonsense ends.
Yeah, I don't know. I think that could be a bottomless pit too, because
No, a man's job is not to make his girl happy. Yeah, I'll say that out loud. A man's job is not to make his woman happy. And a woman's job is not to make her man happy. That's not what we come together for. That's a benefit of us being together, but that's not the reason that we come together. What did the good book say? I know you don't believe in the hurricane, but he said, didn't he say go forth and populate?
Yeah.
I think that was in there.
Put it multiply or some shit like that.
Yeah, like that's the goal, to continue this race of people, this group of people, this human race of people. It ain't about fucking somebody's happiness.
Go out there and make babies.
Yeah, even can't say respect on that. It's about duty, man. It ain't about.
And it's my duty to wax that ass off. Tear that hoe up.
I can't.
I got
Look,
stab
that's
jacket on.
the thing. That's when you have people that don't understand what they're supposed to be doing in situations, and this is the dumbing down, the lack of parenting and the lack of raising their kids. Like, dude, my job is not to make my girl happy. My girl has to find happiness by herself, and I can add to the happiness that she already has, but I'm not the fucking pillar of her happiness. I'm not the nexus of it. Just like she ain't gonna be the nexus of my happiness. She's not gonna be the pillar of my happiness. I have to make myself happy first. How the fuck can an unhappy person get into a relationship with somebody and expect them to make them happy? That don't work like that, bitch. You need to be a happy person from the get-go.
Like, that's not how everything works. That's not how this works.
Hey,
Was that clip you got the old ladies?
Yeah. Matter of fact, I'll play it real quick.
That's not how it works. That's not how any of this works.
It's not my fucking job to make you happy, and that we got so many people in society that think that is their job. So when Tucker's saying that shit, that let me know he a cuck, he a simp. Like, bitch, like, dude, what the fuck are you talking about? But neither one of y'all know about getting no women. I bet Tucker's wife is with him because he got millions of dollars, and she gonna ride that shit out until she can't ride it no more. And then Nick, they claim you gay. I don't know what you got going on, but
according to the chat, shouts out to Low Key. Yep, I think he gay.
Yeah, look, a lot of people.
Him and Ben Shapiro.
Don't nobody know nothing about what you got going on. Real shit. Don't nobody know nothing about what you got going on. So I don't think you need to be giving relationship advice, bro.
Right.
But it seemed like they want to just come off the cuff and just tell people shit. Talking about this is why. Nah, maybe because you a weird looking motherfucker. Like you weird, bro. You got a problem with black people that ain't never did nothing to you, but you Hispanic and white, but you want to lie with the white folks that don't want to accept you because you got Hispanic in you. And it's like nigga, what kind of fucking like, what the fuck are we doing around here, bro? They don't like you either. But that's why I took a call and called your ass gay. But either way though, I'm gonna let it keep playing. I'm gonna let it keep playing, man.
One critique I have of the men is, and you're right about this, they enable this behavior.
Well, that's for sure.
It's epidemic of simps who, and especially with Christians, I've noticed this. This is why Andrew Tate has so much appeal, and the Christians are kind of losing this conversation. Andrew Tate's a Muslim polygamist who is very chauvinistic, and you could even argue it as someone who has ran an OnlyFans site himself, like is not an observer, let's say, of Christian sexual morality.
No.
But men are going with him because he's putting women in their place. He's talking about patriarchy and women's place in a society like that. Whereas Christian men, Catholics,
and see, this is the stupid thing. I hear this all the time. We as men, once you actually graduate, you don't have to put a woman in her place. Now I know that might be crazy and whatever the fuck. Sometimes you need to say something to the bitch. Walk away from that hoe. Walk away from that hoe. I promise you, the silence that comes out of your mouth and the lack of your presence inside of her presence will fuck her up more than anything that could come out of your motherfucking mouth. You ain't putting nobody in their fucking place, bitch. You just get the fuck away from them people. That's how I operate. I ain't finna sit here and keep arguing with you. If we in a relationship and we're supposed to be in this shit together, we supposed to be twin out this bitch, and you causing chaos in this shit, bitch, I get away from you. I say that for a woman when it pertains to a man, and a man when it pertains to a woman. Get the fuck away from it. That does more damage than anything else. You ain't got to put nobody in their place. Either people get in line or they get the fuck on. You don't put nobody in their place because people gonna be who the fuck they want to be. Everybody want to be free. These will be the same people that sit around here and talk about you're supposed to be free to make your own decision, no government interference and shit, but talk about putting somebody in their place. Those two things don't even go together. No. If somebody ain't moving the way you like them to move, you get the fuck away from them. It's that simple. It's that simple, bro. I got family members that I don't deal with. I'm not finna sit there and keep arguing with them. I'm like, you're fucking stupid. I'm just gonna get the fuck away from you. And then you're gonna be mad that I don't deal with you. You show up, I leave. I move how I want to move. I'm like, get the fuck on. That
on the same way, nigga. So they pop up, oh shit, I'm out. Did I go through the side door, the back door? I'm out, man.
And look, I walk right past the motherfuckers. I be like, hey, pops, I'll holler at you. They be like, hey, how you doing? Keep walking, ain't saying shit to you. Have my shit. Ride them on. Holler at you. Yeah, I don't fuck with you. That hurt them worse than you saying anything to them. Because now they want to try to figure it out. But they know. Like, oh, they know. These motherfuckers, that let me know they ain't had a... Look, this lets me know they haven't dealt with enough people in their life because they haven't went through these situations to actually come to an understanding of what the fuck it actually is. These motherfuckers just talking. Nick definitely just talking. He don't know shit, bro. That motherfucker, shit. He probably ain't fucked no bitch before.
Protestants alike are both kind of tone policing the men, and they worship their wives. They worship the women, put them on a pedestal, and they kind of get bossed around. They get henpecked by the women.
I think we're required to love our wives. Like that's, all over the New Testament. Husbands, love your wives. Wives, respect your husbands. That seems like a very natural balance to me.
Yeah, and I think that you have to love your wife as your wife.
Yeah.
A lot of men...
As opposed to what? Your mom?
Well, no, like your buddy.
No.
Because I hear this all the time, and I hate this.
No.
Guys will
say... In the fucking Bible, it says this. Hold on, pause that. In the Bible, it says, husbands, love your wife as Christ loved the church. But before that, it said, wives and husbands, be submissive to one another. Now, they don't want to talk about that part before I get to the part I just said. But yeah. These motherfuckers ain't Christian at all.
No, you're right. No, they're not because they stupid. Because their rationale, their rationale for what the fuck they're saying doesn't even make any goddamn sense. Like, love your wife don't mean be a bitch to the motherfuckers, and women obey your husband don't mean be a slave to your husband. Like,
right.
But the mindset that a lot of people on both sides of this fucking argument always get to. Ain't nobody telling you to be a slave to your fucking husband, but respect your husband. If you're going to be with him, you better respect him. And if you're going to be with her, you better love her. It's simple. It's literally written in what the fuck it says. But you trying to expound upon it and make it seem like this is some fucking 3D fucking chess, 4-dimensional chess. It's not. A lot of things in life are really fucking simple that people complicate. Yeah, I love my wife. That's the only reason I would marry her. That's the only reason I got married before, because I loved her. And she respected me. I loved her for who she was, and she respected me for what I could do. We made it work. Fucked up shit is that the book of life fucking goddamn fucked that all the way the fuck up. Now I'm back out here in this bullshit with all these crazy ass motherfuckers. But either way though, this shit don't work like that, man. Like, people don't understand this shit, man. Man, smooth brain individuals, man. They ain't dealt with enough people, bro. They ain't been enough places. They haven't dealt with enough people to really understand what things is. They haven't been in enough situations. And out here with the loudest voices talking about shit. It's like, bro, that's not how it works, man. Because here, Hurricane, you know, here, I'm gonna prove my point right now. All we got to do is take it back to when we were in middle school. When we first started dating or whatever. You know, some people started in elementary school or whatever, but middle school. She didn't require that you had all this money. She didn't require that you had a certain type of clothes. It was really about personality, getting to know you. She had a little respect for you. And it didn't matter about clothes and all that shit for her, as long as you liked her. You just liked her. You liked her personality. You liked the way she looked. That's all that mattered. Now, once we became adults, we done complicated the fuck out of this shit. And that's all outside societal fucking influences and shit. And we got so many sheep. It makes all the sense in the world because we got so many fucking sheep that they just buy into it. Oh, well, I need to have a guy giving me $500 a month. Oh, well, I need to be driving a Lamborghini so I can get these bitches and shit. Man, please, I'd ride a fucking bicycle down the street and get a bitch. What's wrong with you?
On a huffy, nigga. On a huffy.
That shit don't mean nothing, man. That shit don't mean nothing. All that is just a bunch of motherfuckers that don't know how to get bitches, trying to give advice on how to get bitches. You got a lot of bitches that don't even want to fuck with dudes that's telling other bitches what the fuck to avoid with dudes. And it's like that what's that one bitch, the queen maker. She over here telling them why dudes are so bad and shit, and then find out she gay. She just want to fuck bitches. It's like she was just trying to deter y'all hoes so she can get y'all hoes. It's like, come on, man. Stop being a fucking sheep, bruh. You got too many goddamn sheep out here so easily influenced ass motherfuckers. Like, bruh, man, don't let these people influence you. And look at these stupid ass motherfuckers. They done converted so many white dudes into being racist that wasn't even racist. Because they made it seem like somebody had a plight against them. And they was like, oh, I had a plight and these people are attacking me. But you run this shit. Make that make sense. But we got Uncanny. Uncanny wanted me to drop the link, so I'm getting Uncanny in here before I play the video some more. What's up, Uncanny?
Salute, salute.
What up?
What's good? Uncanny in the building.
What's up? What's going on? I see that. Is that Charlie Kirk?
No, that's Nick Fuentes, man.
Oh man, hey, I ain't gonna lie, man. All these races look alike, bro. I thought that was Charlie Kirk, man. He look like him.
Same hairstyle, similar.
So he's another master debater.
Nah, he's actually worse than Charlie Kirk.
Nick Fuentes.
He's part of your community.
I know he's Hispanic. I know. Isn't he from Chicago?
Yeah.
Oh, so he's a fruity Republican. Is that a nice? Because you just got your stream just in.
That's accurate. That's accurate. Fruity racist Republican.
Tucker Carlson called him that. He apologized just a second ago, talking about I apologize for calling you gay. So that's how he viewed him. So, you know.
Oh, he is gay though, because Destiny cracked him. Was it Destiny? I think it's somebody named. It was a YouTuber, Destiny or somebody.
Is it Destiny, the one that got his wife smashed by the motherfucking guys and he was being a cunt? Is that the same Destiny?
I don't know.
Hair, that's Destiny. Destiny get down there. He's a super liberal. Paint his hair blue and all that shit. Let his girl get smashed by some other guys.
Yeah. How you let Come my duck. That's what fuck that nigga is.
Whatever happens in someone's bedroom is none of my business. But Nick Fuentes is a person that goes against his, like, isn't that going against your own belief? Like, if you're Republican, you're not supposed to be gay, right?
Yeah, that's usually how it works. But you know, we got so many people that think that. Look, we got a lot of useful idiots. There's a lot of useful idiots. This is like the black conservatives. They go over there and they advocate. You know, all they do is talk about black people all the time. To try to get the approval of these conservatives, but you know, like Byron Daniels or whatever the fuck his name is, Byron Donalds or whatever. I can't remember that dude's name. He ran around here talking about how bad the black community was when Trump was running and shit. You know, Trump won, and guess what? He didn't get a cabinet position. Yeah, you're a useful fucking idiot, bitch. They use you to help. Byron Donalds, that's his name, Byron Donalds. But yeah, it's a lot of them motherfuckers. You got people in the gay community that will go over there and advocate for fucking anti-gay stuff, and then it's like, look, bitch, you know you gay too, though, right? You know, right?
So hold on. Let me say one thing before you play the video. So I had a friend. His name is Cole, right? And he was my coworker. This was a long time ago. This was like last year. And I used to call him Gay Cole. Like, you know, I played on that J. Cole, Gay Cole. And he's the one who told me. He's the one who informed me on this. You know, he was like, "Yo, you do know that Grindr, which is the app for like the Tinder app for them, I think."
Yeah.
So Grindr. He said Grindr crashed when the Republicans were in a city, some type of city, and
when they went to Washington. When they went it was for the convention, the APAC convention.
Yeah, it said Grindr crashed because of a convention or whatever, right? And he also informed me that, you know, he didn't tell me in details, but he does say that there are a lot of down low people in that are Republicans. Like, they'll be racist as fuck, and they're go against liberals and gay people and all this shit, but they'll crack them.
Yeah, they like that male booty hole. I know.
I don't know. It's weird. Like, you hate what you love or something, or you love what you hate.
It's the same thing when it comes to the black conservatives. They hate themselves, so they align with the people that hate them, thinking that they'll be accepted. It's a dumb mindset to have. But hey, guess what? Neither here nor there. Because guess what? We about to keep rolling. Let's keep on rolling, man. We're gonna try to see how far we can get to the end of this shit. We got 20 more minutes, and we ain't gonna probably make it to 20. So either way, though, let's see what else we got.
I married my best friend, and I think, you know, she's your wife. She's not your best friend, because there's a difference.
What is the difference?
I think that when you talk about your best friend, you're a peer, you're an equal, and I think your best friendships are with other men. And I think that your wife ultimately is subordinate to you. She's your helpmate. Yeah. And ultimately, as the man in the marriage and as the father, you have authority, the final say over the household. Well, and she can give advice. It's not to say I'm not a freak where you say, shut up, woman. I mean, of course, you discuss things with your wife and your wife gives input, but the authority rests with the man.
Of course. But God set up this kind of amazing.
Yeah, but you got to have the actual demeanor and the backbone to actually garner that type of cooperation. Like, you come off as like a pussy ass bitch. Like, I don't.
Right, dog. Where's your aura? You don't even got no aura point.
Yeah, like.
So what that the young people say nowadays? You don't got no aura.
You got no aura. Like, if a woman's like, "Hey, woman, I said do this," it's like, nigga, shut your bitch ass up.
Right, nigga, shit, hit that nigga with a sweet chin music or some shit.
That's probably why he don't like black women, because a black woman look at his ass like, nigga, shut your pussy ass up, nigga. You can't force me to force it, bitch. She ain't listening to you, man. You ain't that dude. You just not him, bro.
System where men are physically stronger. Mm-hmm. So, like, of course, you could make your wife do whatever you wanted. You're bigger than she is.
Right.
But he also instilled in men this desire.
All right, y'all, they did us dirty. They did us dirty.
What, the stream ended?
They hit us. I gotta pull it off for a second. Oh Lord. Talking about policy violation. I guess he said the P word too many fucking times.
What's the P word?
The PORN word.
Oh man.
I ain't talking about y'all, I'm talking about them.
Yeah, but them. Yeah, fucking bastard.
But think about how funny this is. We're reacting to it off of YouTube.
Right.
To make that make sense.
They make too much money off of them, probably, because, you know, these conservatives, they love hate. You know, they're like a bunch of hate groups, I think, and they love the hate. So
Hate.
Nah,
They never.
we back up. We back up now, but yeah, that I think that's what the fuck it was. I'm gonna try it again. But matter of fact, fuck it.
Yeah, man.
Yeah.
At this point,
Fuck
Jesus
it.
Christ. Yeah.
Yeah, it ain't point, man, because it like I'm really getting a
You
little
can't talk
pissed off
about their
with
boy.
YouTube, bro.
You can't.
But
Yeah, nigga, fuck it.
That's
they
their
really pissing me off.
golden boy, or what, Wonder Bread. You can't talk
Yeah,
about
look,
them.
yo, man,
Can't talk
I
about
wanna
him being
get
gay,
y'all.
getting cracked by
I wa-
Destiny.
yeah, look, I wanna get your thoughts, man. Like,
Can you hear me?
yeah, I can hear you. I
Oh,
was talking over you a little bit, but hey, I want to get your thoughts, Uncanny, on this
I
shit,
can't hear
man. Give me
Jay
your
no
thoughts. You can't hear me?
Yo, can you hear
Can you
me?
hear me?
Yeah, I can hear you.
Yep, I can hear you.
Hurricane.
Yeah, you hear me? All right. Oh, damn. We should be able to hear each other then.
Yeah, I don't get that.
All
But either way, though.
All right. Well, Jay, I will
YouTube
tell
fucking with us, dog. YouTube fucking with our shit.
you,
Fuck
they
YouTube.
muted me. I guess they're muting me. If y'all can listen to me, just tell Nick Fuentes it's a damn shame, man. You go against your own kind. Crazy.
I agree. Hurricane, give me your thoughts.
Yeah, shit. Nick Fuentes need to cut his hair, dog. Man, that hairpiece is probably what's turning the ladies away. You know, I don't think they want to deal with that. Now, this nigga, he need to motherfucking whip his hairstyle like a Fuentes do. That's a JFK hairpiece right there. Nigga, fuck that. And he need to stop being a fucking racist.
Yeah, that's always helpful. That's always fucking helpful, because I don't really get that. Like, I've been hearing lately, at least especially last week, like, black people can be racist. I'm like, okay, how can they be racist? I'm like, because they say bad things about white people. And I'm like, but do they have a reason to say that bad thing about them? And it's like, that isn't the case. Just because they said bad things about white people makes them racist. I'm like, that's not how racism works. And just for people to understand, the people that argue against it are the ones who made the rules.
Yeah.
To be racist means you hate on somebody because of their skin color. These black people don't have these ideas and opinions about your group of people because of your skin color. It comes because the people that have your skin color did certain things. The people that look like them. That's not racism. Shit, I wouldn't even call it bigotry. I would literally call it just being aware of your surroundings. Like, that's what I call it. Like, hey, you know not to go to certain parts of town because they steal and do shit over there, and you know not to fucking goddamn fuck with certain people because they do certain things. It's like it is what it is, man. Like, don't get mad if somebody says something about you. How about you change it? And that's the shit that it kind of leads back into the Nick Fuentes when he was talking about the women. When it comes to, like, these guys not able to get women and shit, it's like, look, well, if they don't like what you're doing, how about you do something different? Be what the person you want wants. Like, if the person that you wants somebody that has at least a 9-to-5, a car, their own place, you know, and they're kind of stable. Well, how about you be the person that has a car, a 9-to-5, a job, and, you know, you're stable and shit. No, you just want to just not do nothing and be like, why the fuck I can't get a bitch? Because you ain't doing nothing to get a bitch.
Right.
That's like a girl walking around here with it. Well, shit, most bitches can get fucked by somebody. They're just going to get fucked by the person they want. But if a girl want a dude that's a baller, she got to goddamn fucking put herself in a position to get a baller. Like, that's just how it works for everybody. We got so many people that are so...
Or maybe he's just a fucking racist and like the motherfucking chicks don't like that shit. It's like, yo, dog, you just need to change the ideology.
Look, I'll be honest with you, Hurricane. I think it's so multifaceted because obviously he ain't where the fuck he wants to be when it comes to getting bit. He doesn't have the bravado. He doesn't have the talk game. He can talk evil on other folks all damn day long, but I'm pretty sure he bitches up when it comes to women. But then on top of that shit, certain people have to, what's the best way to put it? How do I want to put this? Because I don't want to offend nobody. I'm trying to be nice right now, y'all. Y'all give me a second.
Let the hate flow through you.
I'm trying not to let the hate out. I'm trying my best not to. Like, look, you want a certain type of chick, bro. Like, just take some classes, bro. Take some classes. That's a nice way I can put it. Take some classes to understand how to talk to people. Because a lot of y'all are, and this would be my mean part, a lot of y'all are bitch made. Y'all certified bitch made. You don't know how to interact with the opposite sex. And it's not the opposite sex's problem. Now, are there girls that don't know how to interact with guys? Yeah, just like but there's way more guys that don't know how to interact with women. Y'all motherfuckers, like, dude, we went through it. Me and Hurricane can vouch for this. Being nervous, telling the girl that you like her, fucking even talking to a girl. Like, bro, you gotta go through the storm and the fire to goddamn get to the fucking, like you have to go through that shit to get to the end road where it doesn't fucking matter no more. These motherfuckers want to circumvent the goddamn process. It's called experience, bitch. It's called experience.
And it's the best fucking teacher. That's what they say.
You gotta fucking learn on the job, man. It's on the job training, motherfucker. God damn.
Right, live fire exercise, military term. It's a live fire.
Yeah. Dude, if a girl told me, like, I walked up to her, like, hey, man, what's your name? She was like, no. I'm like, bitch, I'm not finna fucking lose my mind over that. I'm like, shit, she probably wasn't even the best looking bitch in here. Let me find another one. Like, it doesn't matter, bro. It doesn't matter. These motherfuckers' whole lives fucking just crumble. And the fucked up shit is their lives crumble even if they made the approach. But most of these motherfuckers, and I will say this, 90% of these motherfuckers won't even make the approach. They'll just automatically just chalk it up to the game, be like, yeah, she ain't gonna go for me. It's like, look, y'all pussies, bro. And they're dominating the goddamn talking points when it comes to this relationship shit. That's why I made sure way back when, I was like, look, bro, I'm not associated with the red pill, dude. I'm just associated with what the fuck is real from what I can perceive it. And I'm somebody that's been multiple places, been other countries and all this shit, dealt with all that with stuff. So I done dealt with people in different areas and shit. So, different cultures and all that shit. I'm not saying I'm the end all be all to the shit, but I think I have a good experience. And it's like, dude, man, it's more about, like, everything comes, no matter, even if it's just relationships, even if it comes down to just job opportunities, you have to put yourself out there. You have to make the effort first, no matter what, if you want to get something. Nothing's just going to land in your lap unless you fucking like Donald Trump or some shit like that. Like, you just come from a rich ass family where they're just going to make sure you go somewhere and that people pushing you. You're going to have to make some type of fucking effort. And if you too pussy to make the fucking effort, don't complain about fucking not getting the result. You got to put in the work to get something out of it. It just comes with the territory, man. But we got too many of these pussy ass, certified pie ass motherfuckers that want to tell other folks about shit that they won't even do themselves, bro. I said, man, go talk to the next 10 girls that walk by here real fast and see how many dudes actually do it. I go talk to all them hoes. I go talk to all them hoes. Because when I play it all, like, I ain't trying to holler at none of y'all bitches, bitch. I'm just trying to have a conversation, bitch. Like, that's all it is. But Hurricane, give me your final thoughts for the show tonight, man. Because, yeah, we at the end of this shit, man. And YouTube did that funny shit. So now I'm a little irritated.
Yeah, man, I feel you. But great show. Already know what it is. Great show as usual. Shout out to everybody in the chat. But I know, Crystal, get ready for that deep chat after dark. And, it's shit. Like Nick Britton just need to change his character and, I think that nigga motherfucking gay, dog. That nigga gay. But anyway.
Hey, look, that's what Tucker called.
Right. I think that nigga gay. But yeah, you know, catch me at Hurricane JW2, home of the HHN Special Report, Detroit After Dark, and a Fuck the Government podcast, and great music all day. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, you know what it is.
I appreciate that shit. Hurricane. Fucking like for real, y'all, man. Look, my ultimate goal on this one tonight, my ultimate message that I wanted to push across to everybody is like, look, man, when it started from the Amazing Lucas all the way to this, man, like a lot of these folks, and I'm talking about, and look, I'm just gonna say it, white folks. That's who I'm talking to. Because when I say these people, some people try to act like they don't know who the fuck I'm talking to. I'm not trying to be mean, but I'm like, look, y'all gotta understand, y'all are y'all own fucking biggest problem. Y'all are y'all biggest problem. Y'all will be the actual reason for your own demise. This shit that's going on right here. Nobody else is attacking you. Nobody's coming at you. And just because people call you out for what you do is not, that doesn't mean it's an attack. An attack is the shit that y'all do. When y'all try to say that certain groups of people are criminals just because they look a certain type of way. That's attacking somebody. Calling you out for what the fuck you did is not an attack. That's just calling you out for what the fuck you did. And I think anytime anybody did anything to y'all would want to call it out. And I don't think y'all want people to say, well, you're just attacking people. It's like, come on. Put two and two together, bro. But I understand we don't operate off of that goddamn same logic. You know, we don't have the same morals, you know. One side's evil, one side's good. But neither here nor there. This shit is just to show an example. Like, bro, these people are starting to have a louder voice. And we need to amplify our own on our side. Like what we're doing over here, and we need to amplify what the fuck we're doing, because this shit ain't it. This shit ain't right. And we need to push back on it. Because these motherfuckers are influencing the kids. They're influencing the next generation. Like, ain't nobody born racist. Ain't nobody born evil like that. This shit is taught to them. They're taught that this shit is okay, and there ain't no problem with it, and everybody else is just a bitch about it. Like, nah, bro, we need to call this shit out, because these same people would not accept those same actions being done to them as they're okay with it being done to other folks. So we need to just go ahead and just wipe that shit off the board, get these folks out the way. And that's not me advocating violence. I'm just saying we need to nip this shit in the bud. But
that's my job. Come to the Fucking Government podcast.
and make sure y'all go over to Hurricane tonight, because he about to go ahead and get it popping. But fucking man, look, y'all make sure y'all hit that like, subscribe, share, turn notifications on, all that in a bag of chips. I'm gonna have a channel that I want y'all to look into later on. We about to bring it to the network. For anybody that's trying to financially invest in the stock market and try to grow some passive income, you know, just something you just put some money into and you get some money back every month, but you still got your stock. I'm gonna try to bring some of that over here in a little bit, because I know look, we need to start talking about wealth building and things of that sort. But that's gonna be coming.
Sounds good.
But yeah, if you was watching over on Let's Talk with JVJ on Facebook, JVJ Network, always remember that this is the backup channel for the Let's Talk with JVJ fake YouTube channel, because you know they be doing that funny shit. And
fuck you
also,
too.
man, yeah, YouTube be on that funny shit, bro. That computer is real funny. It seems the only one to fuck black folks. But either way, though, outside of that, I don't want to get in no more trouble. But man, I appreciate all y'all that tune in tonight. Make sure y'all hit that like, subscribe, share, turn notifications on, all that in the bag of chips. We'll catch y'all in the next ones always, man. Peace.